Good. Going to keep this really short and brief. So, did not take a trade on the XFA today because I had an exam for it was one of my philosophy classes, so I took that, and then because of that, I just couldn't really like be aware of the charts. Like, I mean, I was free, but I was just studying. I was cramming in, making sure I had everything down before the exam. So I didn't take anything on my XFA, but I did take something on my paper. It was just the level that I would have taken on my XFA had I like been aware enough to like actually look at the charts. But simple going to the day, like I said initially last night, I wanted us to keep expanding into this daily fair value gap because I had two standard deviations here. Didn't do that. We were just kind of just ranging, and then we kind of manipulated into this rejection wick. I don't really consider this rejection wick, but is what it is. Beat. We tapped into it and then we were moving lower off of open. And I guess technically open standard deviation did catch this entire dump. But like I said, just because something is like technically right does not mean I should be taking it. So saw this, nothing was really lining up. Like there was actually nothing I saw here except for this negative 2.5 from the standard deviation and MAC reversal. Nothing else I saw there. So I was like, okay, I just was waiting. Like I didn't really see anything to take. The second thing I was looking for after like this was moving was maybe taking a short, I mean a long off this 1 hour for value that tapped into I mean that like it took out all this like sell liquidity and then tapped and I was like we could have a decent like move up from here. Like I wasn't expecting like a reversal honestly. This maybe was like just a small like 40-point move would have been good enough for me. Like I don't really like need that much of a profit to be honest. Rather just have a consistent day. But the moment I saw this big fat candle close below, I was like, okay, I'm not taking that. Too big of a move for me. So then on, I was just like, I don't even remember any of this happening to be honest. I just remember from open, I had marked I mean this 5 minute manipulation before the move down. I marked that, and what it was lining up with was this 1 hour fair value, 1 hour rejection wick, as well as SMT was being created. Like we were just as we were trending down, ES was way lower. We already made the SMT, so like okay, some point like around while we're going down, we're gonna have a decent reversal. So that was what I was waiting for. But like I said, I had my exam, so I didn't really even peep. So like me personally with my paper account, really could not give a flying, whatever. Like I just place the limit, 10-point stop. If it plays out, plays out. If not, I don't really care. It's fake money. Like I don't really care. So what I did, my level that I had marked was just a negative 2.5. And crazy edge yet again, man, yet again. Like I just been getting edge on all these like entries lately, but who knows? Maybe it was just meant to, but yeah. So that didn't play out. But if I had taken my model solely just off of the rejection with like the CE of it, I guess to me, this wouldn't have been the most ideal just because this wick was very fat. But to be honest, wasn't fully even looking at the charts like this. I just saw this move and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna answer this just because the wick is too big. Like I'm gonna have too big of a stop. But hindsight is only like a what 15-point stop. Like it's not really that big. So should have just probably taken that, and it would have been insane because literally my entry would have been to the tick. Literally changing state right here, order block right here, literally to the tick. Not even a single bit of drawdown. Straight to TP. Okay, this. Ooh, okay, that would have been almost break even, but it wasn't. So. Yeah, and then we would hit TP right there. Caught the top of the entire move. I guess like not really, and not like a valid place for TP aside just from like it being a 1 to 5 for me. But yeah, but also if that had not played out, like had I just wanted to wait, I probably would have just taken this 5 minute rejection block. Just because we had this EL expanding lower, we were coming off this rejection block, and I was like, okay, we have this 15-minute BPR as well. I mean, no, we had this hourly for value gap. No, actually, never mind. I wouldn't have taken it because we were rejecting off of this hourly lower, so I wouldn't have taken that rejection hook anymore. Yeah, neglect that. It's not a rejection hook I would have took just because of narrative. But yeah, like I said, this would have been the paper tree I would have taken, but the actual one I took, I mean, the actual limit I placed just got edged. So now with it, yeah, and the profit is just from like forgot to move my limit, so like it got filled right here, and I just closed it about like right here just now. But I mean, yeah, going to tomorrow, probably just gonna expect us to keep going lower. I'll see if I can catch anything just because I have no exams, but if not, I don't know. It's always gonna be more weeks because this is ideally for me the last week I'd want to even really trade. And the next 2 weeks are gonna be pretty trash from what I hear and just from my like experience last year. So I don't know, payout maybe this week. If not, I don't know. Actually though, to be honest, I'm probably gonna wait to get my payout next month just to avoid some like just taxes, just so I don't have to pay them in April. I could just avoid that if I just wait like 2 weeks. It isn't gonna be that big of a deal. So yeah, I mean, didn't take anything today, but it was good because at least my model literally banked, which is crazy. But I already know this. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to some exam studying, and then I got some like FBA stuff to work on. But yeah, we'll see. I'll see tomorrow if I can catch a little banger and work towards that payout for next year.